Hello, all you beautiful souls out there. This is Sherry at Soul Conscious Tarot, and this is going to be our next 72-hour reading. We do these every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Find out what's in the energy coming up over the next couple of days. If this doesn't resonate, please feel free to check out my next 72-hour playlist and see if any of those titles you are drawn to. But keep in mind that if you're here, they're probably here for a reason. So let's jump right in and see what we have for the next 72 hours. Dueling duality. Accept your whole self, both the light and the shadows. Fears, conflict, integrate. So it sounds like a battle of opposing forces within you. So might have some anxiety coming up over the next couple of days. Might be, I think there's this battle going on of the new way of being versus the old way of being. I think many of us in the collective have been shifting and changed some things within us, adapting and adopting a new way of being. And through that, with that growth has come some growing pains. And I think that's what we're experiencing here, or we will over the next few days. Especially we just had on Friday, Pluto went direct in the sign of Capricorn, I believe. And this week we do have, I think Thursday is the full moon. So I will be doing a full moon reading this week on that for everyone to see what might be going on there. But, this week might be a little bit bumpy. I feel like it might be a little bit of a roller coaster ride as we adapt and get through these growing pains. So we also have bring to light, expose the truth, big discovery. So might have had some, in the recent past, I'm going to say within the last week or week and a half to 2 weeks, there's probably been some big shifts within you that you're seeing, in the way that you feel, the way that you look at the world, the way that you're going to move forward in the world. And because of that, I feel like there's just stuff coming up. Like the waters, it's like the waters are being chummed to attract new things. Like our energy has shifted. And so we're kind of treading water at the moment, if that makes sense. We're treading water. And so there's just this need of trying to get into balance. And I think that I had that come up recently in one of last week's readings, and I don't know which one it was. It could have been, yesterday for the weekly message. I can't remember, but there was a reading I know recently I did about balance, coming into balance. And I feel like we're still in that flux of the roller coaster of trying to come into balance. So give me 2 cards on this dueling duality. We have the Queen of Swords, though again, so that's plays back on this bringing the light, exposing the truth. The Queen of Swords, gets to the heart of the matter. They get to the truth. They wield that sword of truth and get to the heart of the matter. And that's what I feel like, we're going to be doing over the next couple days, really getting to the truth of the matter, like understanding what might be causing conflict within us. So I think it's going to be a time to, as fears come up over the next couple days, it's going to be really good for us to look at those fears and look at what is causing those fears. What is causing those fears? What is causing conflict in our lives? What is causing resistance? Really looking and exposing those things, bringing them to light, exposing those fears for what they are, so that we can do something about them, so that we can integrate. We have this integrate word here, integrate those into our whole being, to be able to accept and accept that part of us that maybe that is afraid, or that is experiencing resistance towards certain things in our lives, and understanding that, we just maybe have a little more growth to do. So justice, this is bringing justice. Again, look at this balance, bringing things into balance. But what this is justice, because What is justice? Justice is balancing the scales, scales that can be the scales of the light and the shadow within us. It's balancing, coming into harmony, coming into balance, finding justice for ourselves, and that's, getting real with ourselves, finding the peace within ourselves, bringing justice to ourselves and to our own lives so that we can move forward in a more positive way, because we're coming into harmony, we're coming into balance, and we're accepting the dark parts of us. We're really looking and exposing those shadow parts and integrating them into our being, understanding that none of us are perfect. We're not perfect beings, and that's okay. Accepting those parts of us that we maybe had, criticized or felt bad about before. So 2 cards on this bringing to light, please. We have the Sun. I love this. This is exposing. This is the light come. I mean, what brings more light than the sun, you know? And it shines a light into the darkest places, onto those devil aspects. It really exposes them. The sun exposes those darker shadow aspects and exposes those fears and the conflict and the resistance, and exposes them, brings them to light, and exposes them for what they are. I had, how many cards? I had a few cards drop here. 2. So we're going to take both of these since both dropped out. So we have the 5 of Wands and the Knight of Swords that fell out out of the deck there. So this is that conflict, and then we say that conflict there. So this is that conflict, but what do we have here? It's exposing it. What is the Knight of Swords is the knight that cuts to the heart of the matter. Again, it's similar to the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords gets to the heart of the matter. So does the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords is the messenger that bears the truth, that comes with a message, that comes, to tell you what's what, that communicates with us. And so what I feel like is happening is that we're really shining a light on the areas in our life, this over, like, I shouldn't say we as in ourselves, but I feel like what's coming to light is we're starting to see over the next few days. We're going to, if you're not already, you're going to really be able to see your fears and what is causing conflict in your life, what is keeping you from being happy. You're going to really understand what is holding you back and what is keeping you from being your happiest self. The universe is really trying to help us balance the scales of justice within our own personal lives to bring us happiness in our lives. It's helping illuminate into our lives what is holding us back so that we can integrate it and do something about it. We can find peace with those parts of us that are keeping us from experiencing our best life. So what this can be is, like I said, we go back to these fears and conflicts, because the 5 of Wands, it can talk about external conflict, but it can also talk about self-sabotage as well, where we can sabotage things. So it really is getting, this message is really getting to, what is holding us back? What in your life is holding you back, keeping you from being the best version of yourself, keeping you from having the life that you want to live? We're really starting to shine a light on those things, and really starting to see, what is keeping us from doing what we've always wanted to do. Now, whether we act on that or not is up to us completely. So, but the universe is just giving us the tools to be able to see, to be able to really see the problem for what it is, so that we can do something about it. So that's what I have for you over the next 72 hours. I hope this message finds you well, and it helps you in some small way. I thank you for tuning in and joining me. I wish you the very best. Much harmony and gratitude to you, my lovely friends.